In my last video, I explored the Kamasa Natural Area and made an ultimate guide with all the information you need to know before you visit. In this video, I'm taking you along for part 2 of our Sunday evening trip to Oregon City. We'll take the historic elevator, walk the promenade, enjoy the scenery, and get some Italian food. Along the way, I'll share some interesting history as well as practical tips for your next visit to Oregon City. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss my latest adventures. And without further ado, let's get exploring. So we found a small parking lot for the McLaughlin Promenade just off of High Street. The meters had a note at the bottom of the sticker that said free parking on weekends, which was really nice and something to keep in mind when choosing a day to visit. As I mentioned earlier, we came on a Sunday evening and it wasn't crowded at all. In fact, there were only about 2 other cars in the parking lot. Our first stop was the Oregon City Municipal Elevator, which provides beautiful views, a fun free ride, and fascinating history. The Oregon City Municipal Elevator is a massive 130-foot tall, mid-century modern concrete structure that is one of the most unique and historically significant transit landmarks in the United States. In fact, it is the only officially recognized vertical street in North America and is operating as an extension of 7th Street to bridge a massive geographical gap in the city. It was originally built in 1915 as a hydraulic elevator, and it was the first elevator powered completely by water pressure from the local water system. It took a painfully slow 3 minutes to reach the top, and the water pressure drops would frequently trap passengers mid-transit. But don't worry, the old system was eventually replaced with a more modern elevator design. The Portland architect company Stevens & Thompson designed the current mid-century modern structure using poured-in-place concrete. It was designed to look futuristic and be much more efficient, as it now takes only 15 seconds to ride. The remodeled elevator was officially opened to the public in May of 1955. The elevator is 100% free to ride and is operated and funded by Oregon City as public transit. There is a friendly assistant who will operate and ride along with visitors inside the elevator, and it is a short but neat experience for all ages. The elevator is officially listed on the National Register of Historic Places. And keep in mind that it is one of 4 functioning municipal passenger elevators in the entire world. Once we rode the elevator down, we decided to get a workout by taking the very old-fashioned way up. The original set of 722 steps that were built in 1867 were known to the early settlers as the breakneck stairs due to their steepness. The exhausting climb was done pretty much daily for some of the early Oregon City residents, and it was what eventually forced tired residents to vote for the construction of the elevator in 1912. The modern staircase, however, is broken down into segments. The initial main stretch contains 172 steps, and at the landing, it splits off into 3 different paths, with the longest branch adding another 43 steps to take you all the way to the top. And honestly, it's worth the climb because the overhanging trees and moss-covered basalt rock cliffs truly make for some breathtaking scenery. Anyways, when you reach the top of the steps, you will see a beautiful old white house. This is the McLaughlin House site and was the home of Dr. John and Margaret McLaughlin. The colonial-style house was built in the 1840s by Mr. McLaughlin, who was the founder of Oregon City. He did so much to help the early pioneers that he became universally known as the Father of Oregon. In 1941, his house became the very first National Historical Site west of the Rocky Mountains, and today it is located on Center Street and is managed as a public museum by the National Park Service as a unit of Fort Vancouver. The house, which was originally constructed at the base of the cliff, has quite a unique story of how it moved to where it is currently sitting. In fact, it was actually hoisted up by residents of the city onto the place where it now stands, but I don't have enough time to get into all the details now. Next, we looped back around to the McLaughlin Promenade for an evening stroll. The views overlooking the historic Oregon City and the rolling forest-covered hills are truly beautiful, especially near sunset. I really enjoyed seeing all the pretty historic houses along the way. They're all so unique and interesting looking. The promenade trail is only about half a mile long and is completely paved, making it wheelchair and stroller accessible. Like I mentioned before, the views are amazing from up here, and the trail is packed with history. Long before the modern McLaughlin Promenade path was built, the Native Americans used the bluff as a safe, high-ground vantage point. They made a network of narrow dirt footpaths that were used for centuries. In 1851, when Dr. John McLaughlin was designing Oregon City, he recognized the unmatched beauty of the bluff edge and decided to donate the entire strip of land to the public instead of turning the cliffside into expensive private real estate lots. He legally designated the lot as a permanent park named the Promenade, ensuring regular citizens would always have free access to the views. Workers living on top of the bluff used the path as a daily walking highway of sorts to reach the steep stairs leading to the factories below, and by the early 1900s, the rotting wooden boardwalks turned the path into a safety hazard. The modern paved path that we see today was actually built during the Great Depression, and it was funded by the Works Progress Administration, or the WPA, to put hundreds of unemployed local residents back to work. John L. Franzen designed the path, and it was finished in the year 1939. From the promenade, you will be able to see the Willamette Falls, which according to my research is the second largest waterfall by volume in the entire United States, second only to Niagara Falls. It stretches 1,500 feet wide across the river. Historically, the falls was called Tumwata by the Native Americans, and it was a very important salmon fishing hub. The paper mill that you can also see from the promenade has a lot of history as well. While the property had many names over the centuries, the Blue Heron Paper Company was the site's last name before it closed in February of 2011. It went out of business, filing for bankruptcy due to the intense global competition from China, skyrocketing raw paper production costs, and the total lack of new financial investors. It has remained a ghost town for over a decade. After our walk on the promenade, we briefly stopped by the library to try the slide, which I found was pretty dirty and not quite as fun as I thought it would be, but hey, I did it for the views. Although I don't have time to get into all the details in this video, the original Oregon City Public Library goes all the way back to the year 1842, making the modern library a descendant of the very first public lending library on the entire American West Coast. It was getting late, so we drove down the bluff into town to get some dinner. I found this Italian restaurant called Sorrento, and we ended up eating there. It is located less than 2 blocks away from the lower entrance of the Oregon City Municipal Elevator on 709 Main Street, and it is open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekends. One thing to keep in mind is that the restaurant is completely closed on Tuesdays. The food is made from scratch and the staff is very friendly. I got the pasta di verdura and I thought it was really good. There is truly so much history to be explored in Oregon City, and I have only scratched the surface of the fascinating layers of time, from Native American tribes to the Great Depression, from the end of the Oregon Trail to the Union Pacific Railroad. There is just so much to learn and explore. If you have a specific museum or historical location that you would like me to make a video on near or around Oregon City, I would love to hear your suggestions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more of this content. See you next time!